Hi Gypsies! Welcome to Gypsy Girl Tarot, where I won't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. This particular reading is going to be a Boss tarot card reading. And the questions we're going to answer are, how do I get the boss to like me? Why doesn't the boss like me? And is it important for the boss to like me? And we're going to use the pendulum for that. And we're also going to look at your past and see how that has impacted how you're dealing with the boss. Okay? You've got 3 pouches to choose from. The first one is this flower pouch, and it's microsuede. It feels like suede, but it's not. It's got embroidered flowers on it. You also have a brown metallic snakeskin looking fabric. Not real snakeskin. And then a lighter snakeskin fabric as well. And that's also microsuede. So, the other thing I wanted to tell you about is you'll notice in the comments section I'll leave a link where you can, when I reach 300 subscribers, I will be doing a free giveaway for this metallic pouch that I made, and I make all these pouches, by the way. But it has like a silky lining, and it does fit your tarot cards, but you can also use it as an evening bag. So go ahead and click on that link, put your name in the comment area there, and say you want to win the pouch. And when I hit 300 subscribers, I will be doing the giveaway, okay? So let's begin. Hi Gypsies, you are group 1. You chose the embroidered flower tarot pouch, and it's made with microsuede. All right, now I'm going to wave my wand of truth over the tarot card pouch, okay? Well, this is a Boss tarot card reading. Pick a card. That's a mouthful. And we are asking, why doesn't the boss like me? How do I get the boss to like me? And is it important for the boss to like me? And this is going to be answered with the pendulum, okay? We're also going to look at your past because that directly relates to what's going on right now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my scribbling here so that we can see what's in my third eye. Sometimes I just get feelings, sometimes something very vague, but sometimes I actually see something. So we'll see what comes up, okay? Here we go. Wow, that's interesting. I haven't thought of that person in a while. Okay, so what I first had a vision of is a bow tie. I was drawing that. I was, doing that figure 8 kind of thing, and it was a bow tie. So the first person I thought of with the bow tie was George Will. He was a political commentator about, 15 years ago. You might want to look him up, but he always wore a bow tie. Very professional man, and I didn't necessarily always understand or believe what he was saying politically, but he just seemed like a very nice, very intelligent man. And it feels like this is your boss. Now, he might not wear a bow tie, but he is very, very professional. And because this is his baby, this business is his baby, he really takes it very seriously. So, all right, let's go ahead and see what's in the pouch here. Here's our cards, tarot card pouch cards. And you chose blue container, which has a lavender scent. So let's do this. Okay. And lavender is for relaxation, and it alleviates anxiety and insomnia. So that's good. All right. let's see what stone you chose. All right. Oh, this is a pretty stone. This is like a dappled blue, light blue and blue, dark blue. All right, that is E3. And that is a blue spot jasper. That's a good name for it. All right. It is a strong healing and grounding power stone. It promotes courage, inner strength, and encourages calmness. That's wonderful. All right. Maybe you need that. That might be something you want to buy as a piece of jewelry, wear it against your skin, or meditate with it in your left hand. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and answer the question, why doesn't the boss like, oh, actually, let's go ahead and look at your past first. All right. First card, universe. Okay. All right, 5 of Wands. Oh, 4 of Swords, and it's upside down. Okay, you know what I'm getting the feeling of is you feel like directionless. You feel like the whole world, the whole universe is available for you in terms of what you want to do with your life. And because you don't feel like you have any direction, your energy is everywhere. It's not focused. And so, and it really feels that way with this 5 of Wands and this 4 of Swords. Look at all these choices that this person has right in front of them. They don't know what to do. And you may have had parents that didn't sit down with you and say, okay, you know, what are you interested in? I know you have a lot of interests, but let's focus on this. You know, it sounds like that didn't happen. So you just sort of weren't really sure what to do with your life. And you felt in disarray. This feels like you're thinking. It's like, oh, you know, it feels like you've been given so many talents that you could do anything. And so it's almost bad in a way because you don't know what to do. Wow, that's interesting. All right. So let's ask the question now. Why doesn't the boss like me? Okay. Intuition. Upside down. Page of Pentacles, and this is upside down too. Now this is your card, and this is the boss's card. The Empress. Interesting. Okay. So number 1, this is sort of the overreaching card. I'm feeling like you have a feeling why you feel like the boss doesn't like you. And frankly, I think he likes you personally, but I think what he doesn't like is the fact that you are sort of aimless and you're in this job for just the money. Now, I know a lot of people are in jobs for just the money. And you're like, well, of course, that's what you're supposed to do. Well, no, not necessarily. Some people purposely go into jobs that they know they're not going to make much money at, but it doesn't matter because it's what they love. And you weren't sure what to do, so you're like, you sort of took the first thing that you could grab at. You're like, well, okay, I can type or I can talk on the phone or whatever, so I guess I'll be in this job, right? So you're here for the money. Your focus is on the money. Now your boss, on the other hand, it feels like this is his baby. This business is something he built. He loves it. He feels abundant. He feels like a lot of love for it, and he's not feeling the passion from you. So he doesn't dislike you as a person. He probably thinks you're a great person. He just doesn't feel like you have the passion for this job like he does. Okay? All right, so we're going to say how to get the boss to like me. That's the next part of this. Oh, let's see. Disruption. Oh my, this is upside down. Okay, 3 of Cups. This is your card. And this is upside down. 10 of Cups. All upside down cards. How to get the boss to like me. Okay, now this is one of those things that I'm going to tell you, and it's going to be something you don't necessarily want to hear, but I feel like I need to say this. You're never going to get the boss to like you in your work. Like I said, I think as a person, if he were to meet you socially, he would like you. That's not what this is. He's a professional man who loves his job, who loves this business, and he sees you as somebody that's not passionate about it. So what I'm sensing is this disruption which needs to happen because you're really not meant to be there, because you don't love that job. You're not letting it happen. Okay? You're just wanting to glide along in it and earn the money. You can do that. It's not making you happy. You're not happy. And frankly, I'm seeing this as an agreement between two people. It can't happen. It can't happen because he's essentially a very professional person. He sees that you are not, happy and loving this job. And so, he's sort of waiting a little bit, but it almost feels like that's almost on the back burner for him as well. He's like thinking to himself, why are you here? And if he didn't think you were such a nice person, I sort of feel like you'd be gone. That he'd fire you. And not out of not liking you, but like I say, he just knows you don't really like the job. Have you considered talking to the boss and just having a one-on-one, just honest conversation? Because it feels like it's coming. It should have come already, and it hasn't, because it's like you guys are both not wanting to deal with it at this point. But I feel like you're going to need to. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have in our pouch. What little cards your little fairy wants to talk to you about. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay. So I'm feeling like if and when you leave this job, you're going to feel a lot of relief and happiness, because this is not something that's going to make you happy. And I know you've had a lot of worrying, sleepless nights. Why is this not working for me? Why am I not happy? I know that's what you've been feeling. You see your boss as sort of a king on the throne, sort of just judging you, and you just are not, you're not happy. You're just not happy. Your heart is not in it. Your heart is not in this job. You know what I just saw? See this fish? Have you ever heard that saying that you're starting to smell like old fish, you're staying too long? Yeah, that's what I heard when I saw this. you're staying too long at this job. It's not meant for you. And I'm seeing too this this is a like a dead carcass, a head of a cow or something like that, and that's what it feels like too. This is like a dead end for you. This job is not the key to your happiness. Okay? Go back and think about all the things that you love as a child. And you know, there's all kinds of sites that you can go to look and see what would make you happy in terms of a job. And I'm going to leave some suggestions below, okay? So let's do this pendulum part. Is it important for the boss to like me? Okay? So we're clear. Okay. So over to this side is going to be a yes, and over to the right is going to be a no. And that's, as I say, that's my reading for the pendulum. All pendulums don't work the way mine does. When you get a pendulum, it works the way for you. It works your way, okay? Okay, so is it important for the boss to like me? And I'm asking for this group 1. Okay. I am getting nothing. When it does that, when it just goes back and forth and back and forth, sometimes that indicates a maybe, but in this case, it's a non-starter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the boss likes you in this case, because the problem is not liking. The problem is that you are not happy in this job. And you guys are both just waiting for this to come to a head. And why have it come to a head? A lot of things have been unspoken between you two, and it might just deflate the situation, and you might both feel a lot better if you just talked about it, because it doesn't sound like there's any kind of future in this kind of a job. You know, he might even have some suggestions about where you should channel your energy. Okay? You never know. And as a professional man, he might even know somebody. And frankly, he might be relieved that you're finally bringing this up, because, you know, he probably wants to bring it up himself and he doesn't know how to do it. So I don't know. So anyway, gypsies, there you go. This may not have been what you wanted to hear, but this is what you need to hear. Okay? All right, gypsies. Thank you so much. It's a good reading. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment of anything that you'd also like me to read on. That'd be great as well. All right. Thanks so much, gypsies. Bye. Hi, gypsies. You are group 2. You chose the Microsuede snakeskin pouch. And we are answering the question about your boss. This is a boss tarot card reading. Pick a card. We're answering why doesn't the boss like me, how to get the boss to like me, and is it important for the boss to like me, and we'll use a pendulum for that. We're going to look at your past as well, because that definitely has something to do with the future right now, or with what's going on right now. And I'm going to wave my wand of truth over this pouch so that the reading is as accurate as possible. Okay. Now, we're first going to do the channeled reading. Let's see what comes up with that, okay? You know, I felt the energy of water going back and forth. It was calm. It wasn't turbulent water, but it felt like it was getting higher and higher. And it was getting so high that it was smothering me. I couldn't breathe. I'm wondering if we're talking about stress here. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we've got in our pouch. There's our cards. And let's see. There we go. Okay, you chose the blue container. This is lavender, and this is to relieve anxiety, insomnia, and for relaxation. Okay. And let's check out the stone that you have in here. All right. This is a translucent white stone. That's pretty. Let's see. This is B4. All right. This is a white jade, and has a positive and brilliant power of light that's right within the stone. Makes one feel calm and peaceful. Ability to purify the energies of your heart and to increase or enhance love. How beautiful. This might be something you'd want to get a piece of jewelry with, or this type of stone just hold in your left hand and to meditate. Okay, that's pretty. All right, so you're feeling maybe some pressure, some stress at work. It's becoming that's what I'm getting, overwhelming. This is getting to be overwhelming. All right, so we're going to first look at your past, okay? Obstacles and challenges. Okay. The Hierophant. And Two of Cups upside down. You know, I feel like this is not going so far into your past like as a child. This feels more of a recent past, and this feels like you had a different job and the boss was overbearing and you could never come to any kind of an agreement with them. You like the work, but for some reason you're just butting heads with the boss. You love this work. You love this kind of work. But it feels like there's a disconnect between you and the boss. And that was a previous boss. Is that what you're feeling now as well? Okay. Let's answer the question, why doesn't the boss like me? This is the overriding. Okay, this is Passion Ignited, upside down. This is your card. Strength. Oh, this is their card, the Emperor. Okay, I'm feeling this very strongly right now. Bum, 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 bum. You are strong. You are a strong person. They want to be in charge. A lot of passion. And when I mean passion, I don't mean love passion. I mean you guys are both, you both know a lot. And I'm feeling like the boss feels secretly like you might know more than he does. And he doesn't like that. And I'm saying they don't like that. Oh yeah, I'm feeling this. Wow. You have a hard time not showing how smart you are, because you are very smart. And you want to show how smart you are. You want people to be impressed. You want the boss to be impressed. Well, it feels like it's the reverse that's happening. Yeah, they don't want people to, oh, okay. people are starting to come to you and ask for answers, and he's found that out. I'm saying he, and they've found that out, and this has made them really very angry. Is this something that, if you love this enough, if you love this job enough, can you be a little can you keep some of this knowledge to yourself a little bit and not be as in your face about it? Because their ego is getting bruised. Okay? How do I get the boss to like me? I think we... Wisdom. Oh, okay. All right, I'm getting this. This is your card. Death. Okay. And Knight of Cups. Okay. So use your smarts. Use your smarts, okay? And like I said, don't show the boss up, okay? Transform yourself. This isn't about death, like physical death. Transform yourself. Transform how you're thinking and how you're acting in the office. And he's getting thrown off his horse with this ego thing. He just, I'm almost afraid I'm almost thinking he's afraid you're going to take his job. You might think about this. You might want to really think about this, because he could find a reason to fire you, even though you're very qualified. If he feels like you're making him look bad, because it could be. I'm feeling like he's like middle management or whatever, and his boss could be looking at you like you know more than your boss. I don't know. This is something you've got to think about. All right, let's answer the question: is it important for the boss to like me? Okay. So, is it important for the boss to like me? Okay, this is the same kind of response that I got in the other reading. This is a non-answer. I'm feeling like from the pendulum that this does not matter if he likes you or not. Okay? It does not matter. The crux of this is their ego is bruised. And you've got to decide how far you want to take this. If you don't want to change how you are at work, you've got to be prepared for consequences. Now this is, I'm feeling this very strongly. This is another thing, you might not want to hear this, but I'm feeling very strongly you need to hear this, even though you don't want to maybe hear it. So you've got to decide if you want to continue this and not change your behavior at all. This is all about playing politics. That's what this is. So you might wonder why the boss seems to be chummier towards employees that don't know half as much as you do, and it makes you mad. Well, this is the reason why. Maybe you don't want to play politics. Okay? But you've got to be prepared for the outcome if you don't play politics. So, okay? All right, let's look and see what the little fairy wants to talk to you about or say to you. Yeah. Okay, and I'm hearing this. If you're not prepared to play along, you might think about getting another job. Okay? And find somebody a boss who is as smart as you or values you and is not afraid of having you look better than them. Okay? Yeah. Oh. And your fairy is saying, you might look at thinking a new way, speaking a new way, you know, or or not. I mean, this is up to you. You've got a decision to make. Okay. All right. And I'm feeling this is talking about your burning passion within you, because you are an incredibly smart, gifted person, and so you just don't want to be taken by surprise by any of this. Don't fool yourself. You know, when you can feel this strongly that the boss doesn't like you, he might want to sever ties. Even though you're this sparkly, shiny, kind of very smart individual, he might want to cut ties with you. So, and little dragonfly, you might want to fly off. Oh boy, this is really, really interesting. Yeah, so don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. He is the boss, or they are the boss. And you may he could make up any kind of reason or no reason at all, depending on the state that you're in, and just say, it didn't work out. You don't get along with everyone, which means in this case you don't get along with him. So it's just something for you to think about, group 2, okay? All right. If you like this reading, please give me thumbs up, and please subscribe if you want to get more. And then let me know in the comments if there's any other readings that you'd like for me to do. And I would really appreciate hearing from you. Thank you so much, group 2. Bye. Hi, Gypsies. You are group 3. You chose the snakeskin tarot card pouch. And I'm going to take my wand of truth and wave it over so we can have a very accurate reading. All right. Let's first see what we've got in here for a scent. All right, so this is the pine scent. Okay. And this eases acne and let's see, and muscular pain. So that's good. That's always good. Now let's see the stone that's in here. Oh, we've got our tarot cards. We'll pull those out. All right. Oh, this is pretty. It's a purple stone with I think it's a purple band amethyst, but who am I to say? Let's see. 1. Okay. Yeah, this is... Oh, wrong side. Okay, this is an amethyst. This purple stone is said to be incredibly protective, healing, and purifying. It can stop negative thoughts and bring forth humility, sincerity, and spiritual wisdom. So that's pretty. I always like amethyst. All right. So we're here to answer some questions about this is a boss tarot card, pick a card reading. And we're going to look at why the boss doesn't like me, how to get the boss to like me, and is it important for the boss to like me? And we're going to use the pendulum for that, to answer that. We're going to look at your past, because that's definitely got... that's got a impact on what's going on right now. So let's look at your past. Oh, and first, let us do a channel on this, okay? So, here we go. Wow. Okay, so the first thing I felt on, of course I'm right-handed, I'm writing with my right hand, but on my left hand I could feel, this is a spiral notebook, and I could feel the spirals on my hand, and I thought, well, why am I paying attention to that? But it didn't feel good. It felt almost like a weapon or something. And then what I I didn't see anything in my third eye. I kept hearing yelling. Is your boss a yeller? This sounds a little abusive. Okay, let's look at the past. Okay, let's look at your past. Conflict and, what does this say? Conflict and defeat. This is your past. Page of Wands upside down. And this is upside down. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm feeling like you grew up in an abusive household. And this once again might be something that is not something you want to hear. But it's something you need to hear, and I'm having to say this, okay? I'm feeling like your energy was sapped from this environment. You felt downtrodden, and your gifts that you have, and you definitely have gifts. You don't believe you have gifts. You don't think too well of yourself. And yeah, it feels like there was a lot of conflict and despair and defeat. And that defeat sapped your strength. It's almost like you don't even want to fight. It just is overwhelming. You don't even want to fight. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's answer the question. Why doesn't the boss like me? Okay. This is the overarching card for that. Love begins. Love doesn't begin. It's upside down. This is your card. You want to leave the job. This is a Six of Swords. But you're afraid to say something. Yeah. The Hierophant. This is him. Now, I'm getting a feeling on this, for this case anyway, for this reading. I'm feeling like you see him as some kind of a demon devil in the shadows, being mean to you. You want to leave the job. You're not loving yourself. Why doesn't the boss love me or like me? Okay. Do you want him to? Does it matter? Somebody that's abusive like this? Do you want him to like you? All right, the next question, how to get the boss to like me? Moving on. Oh. Okay. You know what I just got? If you would quit and move on, he would respect you. It's almost like he can't stop himself from being mean. And he keeps thinking to himself, why don't they do something? Why don't they stick up for themselves? Why don't they leave? Why are they putting up with me? Oh boy. King of Pentacles. I'm feeling like you're not even making much money there. He hasn't given you a raise. Four of Swords, and this is him. Four of Swords. He has choices with you. He can let you go. He can stay and torture you, which is apparently what's going on right now. He can hire somebody that will be above you and humiliate you further. Oh boy, how to get the boss to like me. Move on. I feel like he is not respecting you. He's not respecting you, and he keeps waiting for you to do something. Now, in a way, and this might be something that it's not something you want to hear, but in a way, he's a teacher. He is teaching you, whether he's aware of this or not. I'm sure he's not, but he's teaching you to gather your strength again, gather your willpower and do something and stick up for yourself and leave if that's what you feel like you should do. Your strength was sapped when you were growing up. Well, the longer you stay in this job and are unhappy, it's the same thing's happening in this job. All right, let's answer the question, is it important for the boss to like me? Clear. Over to the, if it goes over to the left, it's a yes. To the right, it's a no. And this is the third time. Whether the boss likes you is not important. It's not. Do you, in this case, do you want the boss to like you? Really? Do you want somebody that you consider a demon and mean, and do you want somebody like that to like you? This becomes a question of, instead, why is he mean to me? Or I shouldn't say why are they mean to me? The question is, why are you putting up with it? That's the question. It's not, if you've been in this job for a while and have been mistreated for a while, the question is different. It is not, why are they mean to me? It's, why are you staying in this job? And if it is regarding money, then the question becomes, why aren't you saving money so that you can leave? I mean, what, are you going to stay there for 20 years and keep coming up with excuses about so that you don't have to do something? Okay, let's look at some of these little tiny fairy cards. Look at all these sleep. They're saying to you, sleepless nights, worry, anxiety. Is this worth getting an ulcer over? You can learn to stick up for yourself. You can take online classes. You can look in the mirror, and you might feel ridiculous at first, but you can talk to the mirror like they're your boss and rehearse what you would say. You can do that. And if you do this often enough, it will just come out, and you will feel so proud of yourself and so happy that you did this. Yeah. You never know. You never know what will happen with this Wheel of Fortune. You could end up in a job that you really, really like, and you could feel like the king. All right, let's look at this. Yeah, see, your emotions are all tied up in knots. And this feels like this little umbrella. It feels like you're constantly searching for cover from insults and meanness. And we want your flower to bloom, because you do have lots of great qualities. And the longer you stay in a job like this where you're disrespected, the harder it is to leave, because you don't feel like you're good. You don't feel like you're any good. So I would suggest counseling, talking to a good friend that will be supportive, definitely doing a what they call an FU fund, which is basically just a rainy day fund, so that you feel like you can leave a job like this. Because think about what physically this is doing to you, being in a job where you're so unhappy. All right. So you can fly away. All right, group 3, please sit back in your chair and let's do a little meditation, okay? So close your eyes and just imagine that you're in a rocking chair and you're sitting on the lap of whoever you trusted the most as a child, that you loved. And it doesn't have to be a parent or an adult that you knew. Make up somebody if you'd like. But they're very warm and caring, and you can feel their arms around you, just sort of lightly holding you, and you feel very secure. And they're murmuring in your ear, and they're telling you what a wonderful person and how smart you are, and how they're happy to have you in their life. And they're telling you all the things that you can do really great, and what a worthwhile person you are. And if you ever need any help, you can talk to them. And they give you a little squeeze just to let you know how much they love you. Okay? All right, group 3. I hope everything works out great. There are alternatives. A lot of times you don't think there are, but there are. And a lot of times it's just asking for help. Okay? All right, group 3. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up and become a subscriber if you'd like. And please write in the comments anything you'd like me to do a reading on. That'd be great too. All right, group 3. You have a great day.